Mama never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
So they say chiefs should not do politics, but not when my son is involved. That is the bottom line of what Otumfuo said. And in saying so, Otumfuo said that this is a man that I birthed with his father. I groomed him. I paid his school fees all the way to the medical school. And the training I have given him, arrogance is not part. Then comes to admonishing. Don't give the presidential candidate, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, any opportunity to regret naming you. What did Otumfuo know? To tell the people of Ghana and to tell NAPO that don't let Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia regret choosing you as his running mate. There is something. You know, chiefs, they speak, and they speak with wisdom. So there is something that he knows, that he said that, look, don't let the man regret taking you as his running mate. That is one. And I think that people should underline the points there. Two, he said that training you, I didn't teach you arrogance, but people are saying you are arrogant. Why are they saying so? So it means that you have departed from the training and trainings that I have given you. So please go out and work in such a manner that that which people perceive you to be, you are not. Then the big platform was provided. Then the bullets are gone. I don't know how anybody can redeem. Look, Akufo-Addo did everything to undermine Kwame Nkrumah. In order to undermine Kwame Nkrumah, they appointed you as Minister for Education. You developed a curriculum that virtually obliterated Kwame Nkrumah's record. So now we understand why you were made Minister for Education. You did everything, so much that the founding of our nation, Kwame Nkrumah, look, did a tactical job by crafting and piecing this country together. You know that we had the colony, we had the territories, and then of course we had the Togoland Volta. You know that? Were they all part of the colony? How did they become part of Ghana? There was Ashanti, which was not part of the colony. How did Kwame Nkrumah bring it together? You think that Akufo-Addo, a divisionist like this, is capable of putting together?
Why do you call him a divisionist?
Oh, you don't know?
I'm asking why you call him that.
You don't know Akufo-Addo is a divisionist?
Why?
A man who takes every opportunity to attack chiefs from other parts of the country. A man who sees his own as superior than any other in this country. So therefore, Akufo-Addo could not have pieced this country, put it together in a single mat as Kwame Nkrumah did. Today, when it is getting to elections and NPPs in office, we always hear about the Togoland Volta, the secessionists. Why? Because if you still go to the Napanduri area, the plebiscite that took place, look, Ghana did elections, first elections of our independence election 1956, not 1957.
1956.
1956 was when the elections was done. But in order that Kwame Nkrumah will take time to assemble what now has become Ghana, he had to delay the declaration of that independence till 1957. So there will be a plebiscite to determine the joining of this other part to Ghana, and that starts from all the way from Volta region, goes through northern region. Yenti is part of the Togoland Trust, all the way to Bunkurugu, all the way to Bebra. That stretch was under German control. It was not under British control. It was not under the French control. You should just sit down to understand the mastery of Kwame Nkrumah, of how he was able to get these people to to become Ghana today. So you don't take Kwame Nkrumah lightly in the scheme of doing things. Look, the United Nations, the United States, and the international community decided that they will recognize Nelson Mandela even when he was alive, and that they will make Nelson Mandela the icon of Africa. BBC, that is opposed to Kwame Nkrumah and what he stands for, decided to do a poll. At the end of the day, Kwame Nkrumah was declared the African of the millennium. Mandela was alive. With all the things that they did to package him, to present him as the African that we should worship. When Mandela was personally confronted, that how do you feel that with all the things that we have credited you with, the world continue to praise you, your peaceful nature and what have you, that Kwame Nkrumah, who died several years ago, still beat you? His response was simple and profound. Have you asked me who I voted for? That is the character that somebody who owes his university education to the works of that man will come and say that the man did nothing. Kwame Nkrumah established the University of Science and Technology, where you, NAPO, you obtained your degree. So where probably would you have obtained that your degree if Kwame Nkrumah did not put up that education? And for us of northern extraction, it even begs the question. Take all the educational institutions, particularly secondary institutions, and if you check the record of the expansion, because education reluctantly was sent to the north for obvious reasons. One, the northerner was perceived as intelligent and too smart, and that when given education, they would prosecute the removal of the British faster. And so they decided to stay the northerners from education. So we were the hewers of woods and drawers of water. Worked in the forest where we were sometimes attacked by lions and other wild animals. Worked in the gold mines where our brute strength was required. Worked in the cocoa farms so as to feed the desert needs of the white man. So Kwame Nkrumah won and decided to expand the frontiers of education to the north. So check most of the secondary schools. They are in their 50, 60 years. Once education has started, secondary education has started in excess of 100 years, ours, in fact some of them are in 180 years. We, in the north, we are now in 60 years of education. You cannot come and compare Kwame Nkrumah to anybody. Look, in South Africa, because, in fact, globally, anybody that is coming to Ghana, there are probably 3 persons' names they will mention. As soon as we talk about Ghana, they talk about Kwame Nkrumah. They will talk about Abedipele Asamoah or Michael Essien.
Yeah.
What next? What next? When President Akufo-Addo got to Cuba, he had to go to where they honor Kwame Nkrumah, to go and lay brief and praise Kwame Nkrumah. It's a situation where you don't like or you abhor pork, but you take the soup. You destroy Kwame Nkrumah, but when you go outside, you praise him. I was in Mali when General Francis, he was the ambassador appointed by, he became National Security Coordinator. He appointed by President Akufo-Addo. When I went under the Pan-African Federalist Movement coordinator for West Africa, met with Pierre Buyoya and others. At that place, look, the ambassador got up, and as soon as I said, look, this is my ambassador, he must sit close to me, the whole crowd said, oh, Ghana. The ambassador said, look, the way the Malians worship Kwame Nkrumah. If Ghana could worship Kwame Nkrumah a quarter, our tourism would be something different. Everybody coming from the diaspora, they want to see the great man Kwame Nkrumah. And there we are. There we are.
Could this affect the chances of the NPP, looking at the statement that has been made?
Not only will NAPO statement, you know, I thought yesterday was his big day. And that is why President Akufo-Addo had to speak and bring in the Vice President. The Vice President then spoke and handed the mantle to NAPO. This is your day, speak. Otumfuo said, go and tell your own why they should stick to you. And then the man just went and took the scissors, cut everything into pieces.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.